sports.
The Grand Lake Mariners finished second in the Great Lakes Summer Collegiate League a year ago and are once again ready to compete for another shot at a title. They begin their season against the Richmond Jazz. Top of the second, Mariners up 1-0. The defense goes to work. Chris Myers scoops up the grounder, touches second, and makes the throw to first for the double play. Move to the bottom of the half, and we get some offense. Joshua Riggs shoots one down the third baseline. Logan Adams scores, followed by Van Acker rounding third for home. 3-0 Grand Lake. Blake Crossing now at the plate. He fires one to first. The out is made, but Riggs trots home. 4-0 Mariners. More action in the bottom of the third. Bases loaded for Stephen Fitzsimmons, but he ends up being walked. Jaron Lovely strolls in from third. 6-2 good guys. And then later in the frame, we have Crossing again. The choppers hit hard to third, but the Jazz can't make the throw for the out. Acker and Riggs score once again. Mariners win their season opener 9-3. As for the Lima locals, they will have to wait one more day to begin their season. Due to all the rain in Adrian, Michigan, the game has been postponed until tomorrow. The defending league champs will play a doubleheader starting tomorrow at 2 against the Irish Hills Leprechauns. It's day 2 of the 17th annual Tawa Classic. Post 178 out of Van Wert opens their inaugural season with former Locos coach Chad Ernsberger as their head skipper. Top of the fourth, Van Wert trailing 2-0. Hayden Maples watches that pitch go wild, signaling teammate Jaden Utsi of Lincoln View to score. Van Wert within 1. Bottom of the half, the defense goes to work. Utsi corrals the grounder, sparking the 5-4-3 double play to end the inning. Keeps the difference at 1. Top of the 6th we go. Van Wert keeps chipping away. Utsi skies one to left field. The sacrifice allows Clayton Agler from Parkway to tag and score from third. Game tied at 2s, and Van Wert wasn't done yet. Maple sends a chopper to short. He gets thrown out at first while Columbus Grove's Alex Schneider makes his way home. Van Wert now with a 3-2 lead. Their first lead of the game, and they add on to it thanks to another Grove Bulldog. Nick Woods singles up the middle. Jonathan Lee given the green light to score, and that's all she wrote as the Van Wert Post goes on to win 4-2. And after winning their first game, Post 178 had another, this one against Chillicothe. Top of the first, Van Wert already down 1-0. Nick Woods gets them out of a bases loaded jam with the strikeout to end the inning. Moving to the bottom of the second, same score. Fort Jennings native Derek Lursman lays down the bunt. Looks like he may get thrown out, but the ball is way off, giving Nathan Temple the chance to score. Game tied at 1 apiece, and it gets better for Van Wert. A wild pitch here allows Keaton Brown to make his way home. 2-1 Van Wert on top. Next batter up is Clayton Agler, and he watches one sail by as well. Lursman scores. Van Wert wins 7-2. They are 3-0 in the tournament, and will be playing the winners bracket tomorrow. Big league ball. The AL Central leading Indians take on the second place Tigers. Fast forward to the 8th inning, the Tribe trailing by 1, but Rajay Davis smokes one out to left field. Tie ball game at 2s. This one does go into extras, and in the bottom of the 12th, Jamer Candelario decides to end this one in fashion, taking the offering from Cody Allen out of the Motor City in a hurry. Good night, Dave. The Tigers walk off winning 4-2. In the National League, the last place Reds take on the Redbirds of St. Louis. Redlegs down 5-0 in the bottom of the 4th, but Eugenio Suarez decides to change things up. A deep shot to left field, landing in the upper deck. The 2-run shot brings the Reds within 3. They trail by 4 in the bottom of the 7th, but with a duck on the pond, Scott Shebler snaps one down the first base line. Jose Preza hustles in from second. The Reds get back within 3. Jesse Winker adds a solo shot in the 8th. That's as close as they'd get. The Reds fall 6-4. As we step off the mound, when we come back, we head to the track. Justify looking for the 3rd and final jewel of the Triple Crown right after this quick timeout. Welcome back. It's nicknamed the Test of the Champion, and for good reason, as Justify has a chance to join elite company if the undefeated Thoroughbred can become a Triple Crown winner. It's the 150th running at the Belmont Stakes. Justify's trainer, Bob Baffert, can win his 2nd Triple Crown in 4 years, and they're off. Justify with a great start out of gate number 1. Now all he has to do is maintain that lead for 1.5 miles. The task seems daunting, but it's no problem for Justify. Wire to wire, the chestnut-colored colt becomes the 13th horse to win the Triple Crown. Bob Baffert, the 2nd trainer in history to win 2 of them, and Mike Smith is now the oldest jockey to ever win all 3 legs at the age of 52. To the links in Memphis, Tennessee, it's the 3rd round of the FedEx St. Jude Classic. We start on the par 3 8th hole. Stuart Sink grabs his pitching wedge from 172 yards out and lets one fly. Sink with a beautiful shot as it takes a bounce and pours right into the cup. That hole-in-one helps move him to 10 under, moving 11 spots up the board to 3rd. Only 2 minutes ahead of him, and Andrew Putnam being 1 on the 5th hole. He has a long shot for birdie. Great speed, and it goes right, and it's home. Putnam birdies 3 of his first 5 holes. And then on 12, Putnam staring down a 22-footer. He finds the line and drains the birdie putt. Putnam going 15 under, and he shares the lead with Dustin Johnson. DJ from 128 out on 15 draws the pitching wedge and puts it pin high. Nicely done. He taps in for birdie. Johnson and Putnam atop of the leaderboard heading into the final round tomorrow. Stepping onto the clay courts, the French Open finals feature American Sloane Stephens against Romania's Simona Halep. Set 1, Stephens comes out the victor, fighting off the break point. She takes the set 6-3. In set 2, Halep comes alive. Stephens commits the unforced error, giving Halep the second set 6-4. So this one goes the distance, and it's Halep coming out on top. She cruises to a decisive 6-1 third set victory, winning her first Grand Slam title. And we will end with the biggest question surrounding the NBA offseason. Where will LeBron James play next? With the Cavaliers being swept in the finals last night, that could have been the Kings' last game at the Q, but according to LeBron, he has yet to make that decision.
I have no idea at this point. You know, the one thing that I've always done is consider, you know, obviously my family. You know, my family is a huge part of whatever I've decided to do in my career, and they will continue to be there. So I don't have an answer for you right now as far as that.
He's a bad boy, and love having him on our team. You know, he fights and competes to the end, and, you know, sometimes you can give everything you got and still come up short. I hope he stays. And we all know that. But after a game like that, I mean, I'm not in any position to talk about that. And, you know, I just appreciate what he's done for us this season.
So, Holly, where do you think?
I think he's going to stay home. He's going to stay in Cleveland, but I know I'm in the minority. Everybody else says he's going, and I'm like, no, don't go.
We'll see. I'd love him to join the Pistons, but
there's no chance. Forget that.
There is no chance.
All right, thanks, John. Still to come, the Stanley Cup champs, they've started their Cup tour. We're going to look at the Nationals game where they stopped today. Don't go away.